Hey friends, so here's a funny story. I was leaving Alberta, driving along, stopped for the night in Swift Current, was looking online to see if there was any kind of small town that had little small town campgrounds for around $10 a night because I'm on a budget. I found two. I found one in Chaplin, Saskatchewan on the number 1, and then I found one in Rouleau, Saskatchewan down here on 39, which is a bit of a detour out of the way. Didn't think anything of it. Basically bookmarked them both and started on my way. Well, Rollins and I pulled into Chaplin. Chaplin's campground is closed due to the COVID stuff. So, all right, well, we'll go check out this other one. So, rolling down Route 39 here in Saskatchewan, getting close to Rouleau. I see a grain elevator. I look up, and what do I see? Dog River. Yes, you guessed it. I am literally standing on the very site that the majority of Corner Gas was shot, in the Corner Gas gas station and the Ruby restaurant. Both were here where my truck is. And here's a little bit of confirmation that I'm not pulling your leg. There's some signage showing the original store, the original Ruby. And yeah, I'm just parked in behind here. So since this little realization came into light, I decided, hey, why not do a video on the set of Corner Gas? Because I know there's quite a few Corner Gas fans. I will be honest, I watched it when it was on, if it popped on or something, and I kind of caught it in my peripheral. I thought it was kind of cool. You know, it was Canadian. You got to support the Canadian. And yeah, I liked it. But I wasn't a huge hardcore fan like some people. But because you're out there, I figured, why not? I'll show you what's left here. This is basically the 21st of August 2020. I'm being very careful because of COVID. But yeah, now let's go check out Rouleau, Saskatchewan, aka Dog River, and see some of the buildings that were used in the sitcom and the movie. And I'll tell you a little bit of what I know, which isn't a lot. So something that's kind of cool is if you stop in at the town hall, which is where I went to pay for my camping, the lady there was very nice, but they'll give you little postcards, right? Little Corner Gas postcards. And if you take the little postcard in to the post office, which is also the post office used in the Corner Gas series, the people at the post office will stamp it and mail it for you. No charge. So you can send postcards to your friends from Dog River. Well, from Corner Gas. Thank you for visiting. Yeah, something kind of cool. And then they give you this other one, and it basically shows you the spots of the buildings that were used in the sitcom and the movie. Now, the walking tour is something that I guess is kind of popular to people that come here for, you know, the Dog River experience, so to speak. It's one of those things that basically there's like signs with QR codes on them. I don't have a QR code on my phone. I'm not really that hardcore into it, so I'm going to go to the buildings and tell you what I know about them, but I'm not going to do the actual walking tour. I'll leave that to those who want to come and experience it on their own. So yeah, somewhere along the line, we're going to stop at the post office, so I'm going to send these postcards off, and yeah, let's go look around. So Corner Gas started shooting here in Rouleau, Saskatchewan in 2003. They picked Rouleau after Brent Butt and the production team basically went, I think they spent 3 weeks going to about 15 different towns looking for the right spot. Brent really liked this spot because the area where they actually built the gas station and Ruby was, the crossroads is actually a bit angled, so apparently he liked that. And another reason he picked Rouleau is because he was looking for the flattest Saskatchewan town he could find, because he wanted it to represent flat Saskatchewan towns. So Rouleau it was, and Corner Gas moved in and Dog River was born. So basically, in front of me here, this is the old police station. And for a small town, there seems to be a whole lot of traffic. So this is the police station. Obviously it's privately owned and in a bit of a state of disrepair. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like a bit of a hernia, so to speak. Hopefully they restored, because even just the building alone is pretty cool. And behind there you can see the Rouleau water tower. And this is basically Main Street, Dog River. Now this orthopedic design building here is a replacement building for the business which was run in the building that used to be the Foo Mart or the food market, whichever you're familiar with. The food market building actually burned down in 2014, and then this one was built because I believe the business was the same and they probably had insurance, I'm assuming. But this is basically your main street of any Saskatchewan town. Down there is the Dog River Hotel and Bar, across from this other brick building, which is the building used as the Howler newspaper, which the interior was never used or shown. So there's the Dog River Hotel. Now apparently the exterior was used as well as the interior was used for the sitcom, but in the years between the sitcom and the movie, this hotel changed hands. The building was sold and purchased by a different owner, and the new owner came in and did a bunch of renovations. So for the movie, I believe they used the outside of the hotel, but the interior was an actual set rebuilt on the soundstage in Regina for the movie, because they couldn't go in and put back the old look of the old hotel. But yeah, there it is. The infamous Dog River Hotel. Just down the street from the police station and right across the street from the Howler building. I read online that the Howler building is actually a private residence. So as you walk along and take this tour, you'll see these plaques. Down in the corner is a QR code. But yeah, There's the cutouts. I didn't bring Rollins along because it's a little hot today, so I think he's a little too short to get in those cutouts anyways, and since I'm by myself, we won't be using those. So, another fun fact. This is the Liquor and Insurance Building, which in actual fact is a real liquor and insurance building. And apparently the producers loved that so much that it actually exists as a liquor and insurance building, that they used it in the show as well. There's the post office. During filming of the sitcom, the actual post office sign was changed to Dog River. But there it is. And here's the memorial rink. The original Rouleau rink burned down in 1945 and was rebuilt 4 years later. Now they use the exterior of this a little bit in the sitcom, in the series, but they didn't actually shoot any of the hockey or ice related curling stuff in the building because their shooting schedule here was always in the summer, and there's no ice in it in the summer. So you got to remember, a little town like Rouleau here, founded in 1907, population of around 450 to 500, give or take here and there, and a production crew rolls into town for about a month and a half every year for 6 years. That's quite the event. They tried to hang on to the set and that kind of thing for a while, but it was built on private land, plus it's owned by the production company. So at a certain point it became run down, became a liability, and they eventually just, instead of fixing it up and kind of keeping it as a tourist attraction, they wouldn't let the town touch it. They wouldn't let anybody else do anything with it. So it got to the point where it was in disrepair and there was a little headbutting going on, and the production company came and basically just demolished it, removed it, and that's it. The food mart, which I mentioned earlier burned down in between the series and the movie, was actually built pretty much right where I'm parked here, beside the police station. So for the movie, the food mart is actually in a different location and is not the original building that was used in the sitcom. It was just a temporary set. So yeah, welcome to Dog River. There's the United Church used in the series. From what I understand, they also used the interior of this church for a few episodes. Looks like it possibly might be somebody's residence now. Which is kind of interesting. And this here would be Oscar and Emma's place, with the water tower in behind there. It's a nice little house. And just so you know I'm not creeping, there's the little plaque that shows you. So yeah. Now I believe the interiors. Now I believe the interior scenes for the TV show were actually shot on soundstage. They just used this as kind of like the in and out shots, exterior shots. And the funny thing is right here is the campground. So as you see, there's our little trailer there on the other side of that big one. And there's the water tower. Well, there you have it, folks. That concludes my little video about Rouleau, Saskatchewan, the home to the fictional Dog River and the set of Corner Gas, a Canadian production that ran for 6 seasons on CTV. A little bit of Canadiana for you. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to sign off here from Rouleau, and we'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.
It's like working with a monkey.